Hey everybody, welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I am Rockin Robbie Billups, and it is time for the weekly pop culture wrap-up, Comic-Con edition. That's right everyone, the weekly pop culture wrap-up is the show where I go over the week's pop culture news, and we knew that this one was gonna be a big one, because we just had 2017 Comic-Con in San Diego. That's right, usually the biggest news, the biggest trailers, the most anticipated movies and stars and comic book announcements, all that stuff is at San Diego Comic-Con. And of course we were not there because we're hard at work here, keeping up with it for you so we can do this video. But no, seriously, this was a great Comic-Con. Lots of cool news for TV, movies, and comic books, and we're gonna get into the movie stuff first because that's the really big stuff right there, right? So, Comic-Con, movies. Here's some little tidbits of information, first of all, that we got. Fox is thinking about pursuing a Doctor Doom movie. A Doctor Doom solo movie. I love Doctor Doom so much. He's my favorite fictional character. Him and Dracula are like the two best characters ever created, in my opinion. I just don't know about a solo Doctor Doom film. They have yet to get Doctor Doom completely right in a Fantastic Four film. They've yet to get a Fantastic Four film completely right. And I just don't know if a solo Doom film is what you need to do, but I don't know if another attempt at a solo Fantastic Four film with Doctor Doom is a good idea either. So we shall see what happens. Apparently the guy that's behind the TV show Legion, which I haven't yet watched yet, but here's really good. Apparently he's behind it, so we shall see. DC announced they're doing 2 animated films based on the death of Superman and the reign of the Superman. Now, of course, the very first DC animated film, feature film that from this line was Superman Doomsday. And Superman Doomsday was all right, but it didn't quite capture the true nostalgic feeling of Death of Superman. They're definitely going to try to capitalize on that. That's what they've been doing in the comic books for sure. This is the era of Superman fans that they are trying to appeal to now, us, and those that grew up and read The Death of Superman, for instance. So I think it's going to be a really cool idea to spread it out into 2 movies. I love Reign of the Superman. I cannot tell you, first of all, The Death of Superman was a big deal, but I cannot tell you how much I ate up the Reign of the Superman when I was a kid. It was like going on around the same time like Maximum Carnage and stuff like that. I was so into going and getting my weekly fix. It was so amazing. I loved Reign of the Superman. So I'm super pumped to see that. I'd love to see Cyborg Superman, Superboy, Steel, the Eradicator. That's seriously one of my favorite Superman stories ever, is the Reign, and I just think it's really good stuff. So Justice League trailer, that's the big one that I was really looking forward to. So first of all, there's this poster, heavily Alex Ross influenced, not Alex Ross, but Alex Ross influenced. A great poster, I absolutely love it. The trailer hit, and I was not disappointed. I really liked this trailer, minus the leg sweep ass shot that they keep showing in these trailers of Wonder Woman, which I think is a little too much, a little ridiculous. But aside from all that, it looked really kind of fun. Aquaman looked cool. They didn't really upplay Batman too much. He was there. Of course, there was the rumor that Ben Affleck is being moved out of the role of Batman. He on stage said, that is not the case. I'm totally down to do this movie. I'm doing the Batman movie. I want to do this movie so much. That's what he says. Of course, what's he going to say? On stage at San Diego, he's going to be like, oh, no, yeah, I'm done with this. What's he going to say? Anyway, the trailer was amazing. Aquaman was awesome. All right. It was so cool. The surfing the parademon down kind of looked a little hokey, I will say that. But overall, I love this movie. Steppenwolf looks threatening. I know what a mother box is. I know what a boom tube is. So I don't know how it's going to come across to someone who hasn't really been super familiar with the Fourth World or Darkseid or Steppenwolf or any of that kind of stuff, but DC's going big. It looks really fun. The Flash looks hilarious. James Gordon, J.K. Simmons as Gordon, looks amazing. Love that little bit where they all leave him behind except for Flash. He's like, they just left you behind. That's rude. I'm really pumped for the Justice League movie. Looks like it's got a lighter tone. Looks like it's got Superman's presence is still felt in the trailer. Now, here's a little bit at the end. Who is Alfred talking to? One of 3 people. Superman, and in this case, what's the pounding? Superman is being held in the Batcave in a regeneration matrix type thing by Batman, right? He breaks out, he's ready. There's a good explanation. 2, Supergirl. Seriously, if you look at this one little scene in the trailer, Ben Affleck's Bruce Wayne is looking at a hologram. You see this red cape. You think it's Superman, but then when you see the leg a little bit, it almost looks like a bare leg. It doesn't quite look like Superman's leg. It might be Supergirl. What if Bruce Wayne, Batman, is trying to clone Superman, or has found out that he has a long-lost cousin that crashed somewhere else? What if he somehow knows that Supergirl's there, or is responsible for creating her? Supergirl is who Alfred is talking to. The other possibility is a Green Lantern, but I don't think it's a Green Lantern. I don't know if it's Supergirl either. I think it's Superman busting out of a regeneration matrix type thing in the Batcave. That's what I think. That's what I think for sure. But the Green Lantern thing is interesting because in the trailer, Steppenwolf's lines of dialogue blew me away. I loved them. You know, he said this world has no protectors, no lanterns, no Kryptonian, and that's the moment where you see the hologram that might be Supergirl, just possibly. But the idea of the Green Lanterns being mentioned, that's really, really cool. And I do like that they are saying that the Green Lanterns are not here. So that's one of the reasons why Darkseid would send Steppenwolf. Steppenwolf, if you do not know, in the comic books, is Darkseid's uncle and the general of his army. So usually the first person you would see at contact with Apocalypse, which is the world that Darkseid is from and rules, is Steppenwolf and his army. So that's what that is. This is the first next step into Darkseid's appearance, and that's super cool. Green Lantern Corps movie, of course, was announced. They showed images of Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart, kind of almost confirming the idea that it's a buddy Green Lantern cop movie. So that's really cool. Excited for that. Shazam has been confirmed as the next movie from DC that's going into production, but it will not have Black Adam or The Rock. It will not have The Rock. It will not have Rock as Black Adam. They are planning a Black Adam solo movie for The Rock. I think that's a bad move. I think The Rock should be in the Shazam movie. That would be a big deal. Maybe it doesn't work out scheduling-wise. Maybe they promised him his own solo movie. But I do not understand why you would do a Black Adam solo movie before you introduced him into Shazam. That's just what I think. Wonder Woman 2 was confirmed. That's not very surprising. The Flash movie was revealed to be Flashpoint. That's a little weird. It's a little weird, a little soon, but if the rumors are true about Warner Brothers trying to figure out a way to get Affleck out of the role, there you go. There's your first DC Extended Universe cinematic reboot, right? I mean, seriously, there you go. They could be paving the way for that. They could already be thinking about that, and then they could reboot. Who knows? Who knows? But DC has tons of story that they could pull upon from the comics that would actually explain a reboot slash relaunch, resetting of their movie universe if they wanted to go that way. Also at the Warner Brothers panel, they showed the Ready Player One trailer. I have heard that Ready Player One is a really, really good book, and I've been really meaning to read it. Right now I'm reading through the Dark Tower series. I'm like 1.5 books through, and it's really intense and cool and looks way different than the movie as far as I'm aware. But Ready Player One, I've been wanting to read it. I watched the trailer, kind of pumped for it, and yeah, it's got a lot of cool, like, the DeLorean's in it, Freddy Krueger's in it, the Iron Giant possibly is in it, but I don't know. It didn't really grab me. It didn't really, like, hook me with anything. Of course, this movie comes out next year. It's a Steven Spielberg thing, and that's cool. I love Steven Spielberg a whole lot more than his brother, Steven Spielberg, who is friends with us here at PCP. That's an inside joke if you know. Watch old videos, you'll get it. But so that's Ready Player One. Kind of, I thought it was lackluster. I didn't really like the trailer that much. I didn't really think it really, I mean, it looked pretty and cool, but it didn't really like get me excited about it or whatever. I should read the book though. I hear the book's really, really good. Marvel announced that Ant-Man and the Wasp is going to have Michelle Pfeiffer as Janet Van Dyne, the OG Wasp, just like Hank Pym, the OG Ant-Man, was played by Michael Douglas. Michelle Pfeiffer's playing Janet. I think that's awesome. And Lawrence Larry Fishburne, is playing Bill Foster, who we know and love in Marvel Comics as Goliath. Of course, he was killed in the first Civil War book by Mark Miller and Steve McNiven, but that is cool casting, and that makes me kind of even more excited for Ant-Man and the Wasp, because I think Ant-Man's one of the weaker entries into the Marvel Universe. Captain Marvel was announced. They showed some concept art, what Captain Marvel's going to look like. That looked cool. They announced that the Skrulls are going to be the villain. That's neat. Nick Fury's going to be in it. That's really cool. He will have 2 eyes. Why? Because it's set in the 90s. That puzzles me. Why is this movie set in the 90s? I think it's cool to do a movie set in the 90s. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, we are totally at the time and place now where 90s period pieces are totally acceptable. In fact, I have a great idea for one that I've had since the 90s, and maybe one day we'll make that movie. But why are they doing this one in the 90s? It's weird. I thought they wanted Captain Marvel to kind of be up there with the Avengers, to be like one of the Avengers. And maybe they're going to do something where she doesn't age as much, or who knows, but we shall see. But I am pumped for this Captain Marvel movie, but it's just really odd that they're setting it in the 90s, but we shall see. The big news, of course, was the Thor Ragnarok trailer. Now, we saw that little teaser before, and that was funny and that was cool, but this trailer really tells you what the movie is about, and it is, in fact, about Ragnarok. The trailer was amazing. It was awesome. It looked so cool. And the movie poster, this thing right here, I have to get a copy of this. This is just the best movie poster I've seen in a very, very long time. I'm not even lying. This is a great poster. The Thor trailer was amazing. It looked really, really cool. It's funny. Hela, Kate Blanchett as Hela, looks so threatening, so amazing. It's so brilliant. It looks funny. It looks lighthearted, but it looks serious. And it just looks beautiful. Valkyrie's in it. She looks amazing. Loki. Surtur. You see Surtur and the Hulk fighting at the end. Oh my goodness. And of course, all the little comedy bits between Thor and Hulk. It's amazing. This movie's going to be a treat. It really is. It looks like it could be. It's going to make up for Thor: The Dark World for sure. Not that Thor: The Dark World is a bad movie, but it's not a good movie, I would say. It's an okay movie. The other thing is I think they showed some Black Panther footage, but we didn't get to see that. But they did unveil this new poster, and that is way better than the last one they did where he's sitting on the throne without his mask on. It looks weird. That's a really cool looking poster. The other thing is they showed the Infinity War footage that they showed, the little trailer teaser thing that they showed at D23 like 1 or 2 weeks ago. And it leaked. Of course it's going to leak. It's San Diego. I think Marvel wants it to leak. That might be even a plant by Marvel. I don't know. But I did get a chance to see the leaked footage. And I'm not going to really explain too much because if you still want to wait until the official footage is released, I don't want to ruin it. But I will say this. Wow. Wowie, wow, wow. That looks really good. And the moment that you see this officially in HD, it's going to blow you away. TV stuff, Inhumans trailer. I thought it was a lot better than the first Inhumans trailer, but I still think that Medusa looks really, really bad. The hair effect looks really, really bad. Though it was cool to see more Karnak and Gorgon. That was neat. Iron Fist got renewed for a second season, which surprises a lot of people, though I kind of enjoyed Iron Fist season 1 in a, like, the way that you enjoy bad movies type way. It was not good. It was so weird. But I don't know, something about Iron Fist I really liked. So I'm excited to see it come back in season 2. It's got a new showrunner, of course, this time. They're not going to have the old guy back. Defenders trailer. The new Defenders trailer had some bits. It was cool, but I liked the previous one better. This one, I don't know. It was a weird trailer where they kind of threw in some jokes that maybe didn't quite hit the right way, but it looks amazing. The fighting looks awesome. Iron Fist looks awesome. Cage, Jessica, Daredevil. Elektra looks so awesome in this trailer. And Sigourney Weaver is even threatening Mal, and that's pretty crazy. So I'm really pumped for the Defenders. The Gifted trailer, it's a X-Men related type thing that's a TV series from Fox. The Gifted trailer debuted and it actually looks really, really good. It's got Thunderbird, Blink, Polaris, maybe the Fenris twins. That's an interesting little thing. And a brand new character, Eclipse, but it looks really, really cool. It actually was a really neat trailer. The cool thing is the pilot is directed by Bryan Singer. So there you go. Star Trek, Discovery. So I'm a big Star Trek guy. I love Trek, right? The Discovery is a new TV series. It's going to be CBS All Access, so it's going to be like a paid subscription service from CBS. You're going to have to pay in order to watch this show. That's kind of weird. All the news that has been coming out about Star Trek Discovery just kind of soured me. Didn't really care that much. I saw this Comic-Con trailer. What? How is this not a movie? It looks gorgeous. It looks like it's got a high budget, great special effects. Looks like a really good story. The Klingons look amazing. Holy cow. Holy cow. Star Trek movies are cool. But there's something about a Star Trek ongoing adventure on television that is essential to Star Trek, in my opinion. Discovery looks really, really good. Absolutely. And the big thing, to me, the winner of Comic-Con, the Stranger Things 2 trailer. I love Stranger Things. It might be my favorite TV show almost ever. It's amazing. The trailer for season 2 was finally unveiled. Holy cow. It's bigger, it's bolder, more references. Of course, that nostalgic 80s feeling. The way they used the Thriller music in the trailer was so good. The giant monster in the other world, the Upside Down, oh God, this was just... it was too much. It was too much. Like, seriously, this weekend, all these trailers, they're just too much. They're so good. Like, Stranger Things 2 looks so amazing. The way they throw thriller in there, the fact that it's set in Halloween, everything about it, wow. Wowie, wow, wow. So comic book news real quick. Let's get into this. Doomsday Clock, 12 issues. I thought it might be 4, but it's actually 12 issues Doomsday Clock's going to be. That's the big culmination of the Watchmen rebirth thing. There is going to be more than just Dr. Manhattan. Jeff Johns did say Ozymandias would come face to face with Lex Luthor. Oh my goodness. This seems like a really cool idea. DC had a lot of stuff that they talked about this week that was actually really cool. They talked about how the industry just might be in danger. They got to change up the formats. They got to change how they approach things. And whatever you may think about, say, the Marvel Cinematic Universe versus the DC movies, right? Marvel may be winning there, but I think that right now, I think DC's winning in the comics. They're going to relaunch the Milestone stuff and Earth M on its own stuff, so that's very exciting. Milestone was really cool stuff. Static Shock and others, of course, came from Milestone. That's going to be really cool. Grant Morrison is back writing for DC. That's exciting. One project is going to be the sequel to Wonder Woman Earth 1. I didn't really like his Wonder Woman Earth 1 at all, so I'm not that excited for that, but I'm very excited for the Arkham Asylum sequel that's set in the world where Damian becomes Batman. Set in the world of Batman 666. Oh my goodness. That is absolutely amazing. DC Young Animal announced a crossover with DCU and 4 one-shots in January. That's weird, and I don't understand quite the timing of why they're doing that, but whatever. We'll see. Well, they just want you to know, I guess, that they're part of the DC universe. Basically, that Doom Patrol is a part of all that, I guess. We shall see. Shade the Changing Girl and Cave Carson are going on hiatus come September, just for a little bit. DC announced a lot of stuff involving their Dark Matter line, which looks really, really good. The Immortals with Jim Lee, the Challengers with Andy Kubert, that all looks really cool. But the cool thing is that Jeff Lemire is now back at DC, and he's doing a book called The Terrifics, Metamorpho, Plastic Man, Mr. Terrific, Phantom Lady. Oh my goodness, DC just gave me a Fantastic Four book. Marvel has the rights to a Fantastic Four comic book, and they have not given me one. My favorite comic book ever. DC, thank you so much for doing what Marvel refuses to do and giving me a Fantastic Four book. I hope it's really, really good. Also, Jeff Lemire is going to be doing that Hawkman Found, or Hawkman Lost. He's doing the Hawkman one-shot from the Metal stuff. Plus, they reveal the Metal characters, like the evil Batman from the Dark Multiverse. Those all look really, really cool. The Dark Matter stuff looks cool. But Jeff Lemire doing Hawkman, possibly leading into a Hawkman series by Jeff Lemire. So Jeff Lemire, Grant Morrison going back at DC. That's big news. Marvel had some news too. Mark Waid, Chris Samney. It is confirmed. November, Captain America 695. They're going to take take Captain America across the country, kind of redefine himself, rediscover himself post-Secret Empire. Rumors are that that is setting up Ta-Nehisi Coates to come in and write it. We shall see. That's exciting. Donny Cates is pretty much now going to be one of Marvel's big guys. And the big news, of course, he's on Doctor Strange, but him and Jeff Shaw, the artist from God Country, they're taking over Thanos from Jeff Lemire. That sounds and looks amazing. So that's some of the stuff. And normally at this point I would tell you what comic books I'm looking forward to covering in the weekly comic book review this week, but I haven't had a chance to look at them because all this Comic-Con news was awesome. So let me know down below, what was your favorite reveal from Comic-Con this year? Which trailer did you like? Which news bit did you like? What was your favorite bits of information from San Diego? It was a great Comic-Con, absolutely. So cool. Now I'm excited to go online and try to find some of the pops and stuff that I was not able to get because we weren't there. Anyway, thank you guys so much for checking out the video. Please do check us out at popculturephilosophers.com for podcasts, blogs, top 5 lists, and a whole lot more. I've been Rockin Robbie Billups. Please do like, share, and subscribe. We do this every single week, the weekly pop culture wrap-up, and a weekly comic book review, movie reviews, all that stuff, and more can be found here on our YouTube channel. So please do subscribe. Thanks for rocking with us, and keep on Comic-Conning.